Hey, we're going to be learning a little bit about technology today. Because if you're anything like me, then your principal's probably asking you, how are you using technology in your classroom? And sometimes that can be a little difficult. But today we're going to talk about a couple practical ways to use technology in your art classroom that just make sense. And one of those ways is videoing your lessons. You're going to video your lessons before you actually teach them. Because if you're like me, I teach kindergarten and first grade the same thing, and I teach second grade and third grade the same thing, and then fourth and fifth the same thing, and then I turn around the next day and teach a whole new group of kids the exact same lesson. So I found out that I'm really repeating myself a lot. And even in the same lesson, it's because there's always that one kid. There's always that one kid who's going to raise his hand and be like, "What did you say? You just taught the whole lesson and he didn't catch any of it." And that's when you're just going to go and you're going to hit play on that video again so that he can rewatch that same video all over again. And that's a perfect reteach way, or even a flipped classroom. If someone's gone or absent and they weren't there to hear the lesson, they can see it at home. So video recording your lessons before your lesson is a great way to teach kids that didn't get it the first time. But the biggest tool, the biggest thing that I love about recording your lessons is that whenever they're watching the lesson up on the screen, you can walk around the classroom and make sure that everyone's understanding, making sure that everyone's getting it. Or if you have that special needs kid in your class that needs 100% of your attention, then it's impossible to teach as well. So what you can do is you can put your lesson up on the screen and you can sit next to that kid and you can teach him one-on-one while the rest of the class still gets the lesson. So I hope that you're going to consider video recording your lessons today. But before we get more on recording your lessons, I want to teach you a little bit about a project that I've done in my class so that we can have something to upload to Google Classroom in a little bit. Okay? Today, though, we are going to be learning how to create the pop art trading cards. This is a really neat lesson that I found that all of my students really like. And one year we traded cards with another art teacher that was in Boston. And so we did a pop art trading card, and so did they. And then I mailed them to an art teacher in Boston, and the art teacher in Boston mailed their students to us, and we traded the cards. It was a really neat deal. And since then, we've done a card that just consisted of Texas stuff, and they got cards that had artworks on it of Boston stuff, and we traded cards that way. And we had things like blue bonnets and pecan trees and things of that sort. It was a really neat project. But the funnest project is these playing cards that the students made. They really got into this project, and they made their own personal playing cards of their original artworks. And you can do any of the 3 lessons today. For each of these lessons, they had 2 days, which was about an hour and a half worth of work. But you're going to get about 10 minutes, because I also want to show you how to make a student portfolio, a digital portfolio at that, for your students. And this is a great way to use technology and to incorporate it in a practical way. For now, go ahead and start working on your artwork. And I want to show you a little bit of how I record my videos. I just record them in the corner of the room. It's nothing special. I just use my iPad and I go to the camera setting and I hit video and I record. I have this camera stand, or this iPad stand it is, and it has an arm that bends, and I click it into place, and I just teach the lesson as I would teach any other class, as if the students were sitting right there next to me. Sometimes I even do record the videos while the students are in the classroom. If I didn't have time the day before to get a video out and I came up with a last-minute lesson, then I'm going to go ahead and teach that in class to the first class, but I'm going to go ahead and record it for the next class as well. And there might be a little background noise, and that's okay. I'm probably going to go back and perfect it for the next week's class if I'm going to do this project again the next week. But this is just a good, simple way to record your classes and allow yourself a break from talking as much as you do. And it also allows you to just go around and make sure everyone is getting a full understanding while they are also seeing the video. So it's a great tool. I really have liked it. I can't tell you how much it's changed my classroom. I hope that you'll start making videos in your own classroom. And if you do, then I hope that you'll look at Imovie. Imovie is already on your iPad. It's free and it allows you to edit videos and cut videos. So if you've been recording a video for 10 minutes and all of a sudden you mess up, just keep on recording and then you can go into Imovie later and you can cut that part out. And it also allows you to shorten things and speed things up. You can make things go twice as fast, and as if it's in fast forward mode, you can adjust the volume. You can do things of that sort. It's really not that complicated, and I don't want you to get intimidated by it. If you don't like doing that, then just try to figure out the parts where you can cut them out and then just focus on making videos. I went almost a whole year before I even discovered iMovie, and I just was very frustrated whenever I was making a video and then someone walked in the classroom and was making a lot of noise and I couldn't cut that out, but now I can. So I hope that you'll consider looking at iMovie and also consider uploading them to YouTube. I've noticed that my students think it's really cool that I'm on YouTube. So all you have to do is go to YouTube and you'll click the upload video button, and then you'll just choose the video that you want to upload, and then you just click upload, and it's that easy. It is. And if you already have a Gmail account, then you also have a YouTube account. Now I want to talk to you about Google Classroom. The way I use Google Classroom is as a digital art portfolio for my students. This can follow them through elementary, into middle school, into high school, and even into college. You can take a picture of your artwork, and then it'll be there as long as they have their Google account. And if they have a Gmail email already through your school, then they're also going to have a Google account. This is what my screen looks like. I have all of my different classes here. And if you wanted to add a class, all you'd have to do is in the top right corner, there's a plus sign. You'd click that plus sign, and there's a join class or a create class. In a little bit, I'm going to have you join one of my classes so that you can upload your artwork into my class. That way you can see what a student would do. But go ahead and click create class. Give just some kind of class name. It could be one of the teachers that you have, or it can just be a made-up name. You can add a section, you can add a room number if you want, a subject, which would be art, and then you would create that class. Once you have a class created, we can add classwork to it. In the middle of our screen, there's classwork. And then there's also a plus sign. Once you click classwork, there's a plus sign, and it says assignment, question, material, reuse, post, topic. But we're going to be creating an assignment because they can add artwork to the assignment and give it a title, whatever you're working on. If I'm making trading cards, then I'm going to title it trading cards. Then let's go and look at one of the assignments that I gave one of my classes. So I'm going to go to my classes. I gave them an assignment that says upload one of your artworks. This is my students here for that class, and we can view what she uploaded. Here's one of the pictures of one of her paintings. We can go to a different class simply by clicking on those three bars, and I can click over to a different class and I can look at their assignment as well. Sometimes it takes a minute. Here's a photo of one of the artworks that she uploaded, and then here's another photo, and you can see how they are able to upload these artworks into a digital art portfolio that they could hold on to and take to the next class. And I'm going to click on Mini Art Conference, and then at the top right corner where this gear is, I'm going to click on that gear, and it's going to display my class code. My class code is right in the middle here. It is RPVE7F. So if you join that class, I will create an assignment where you can upload your artwork or a photo of your artwork that you just made.